Why being alone makes you mentally unstoppable. The silent beginning of strength. Being alone can feel heavy. It can feel quiet in a painful way. Your phone stays silent. No messages come. No one checks on you. You wake up and feel empty. You look around and feel invisible. You may ask yourself a hard question. Why am I alone? Many people feel this, but few people talk about it. They hide it behind smiles. They hide it behind work. They hide it behind social media. But the truth is simple. Being alone is not a sign of weakness. Being alone is often the start of strength. Most people fear being alone. They fear silence. They fear their own thoughts. They fear facing themselves. So they stay busy. They stay surrounded. They stay distracted. But you are different now. Life has made your world quiet, and this quiet has a purpose. When noise leaves your life, truth enters your mind. Being alone removes masks. You no longer perform. You no longer pretend. You no longer chase approval. You begin to see clearly. At first, the silence hurts. It feels cold. It feels empty. It feels endless. But silence is not empty. Silence is space. Space to think. Space to breathe. Space to grow. When you are alone, life slows down. And when life slows down, you begin to notice things. You notice your thoughts. You notice your fears. You notice your habits. You notice your dreams. This is where mental strength begins. Mental strength does not start in crowds. It starts in quiet moments. Strong people are not born strong. They are shaped. They are shaped by silence. They are shaped by loneliness. They are shaped by struggle. When you have no one to lean on, you learn to stand. At first, you fall. You feel weak. You feel unsure. But each day, you rise again. You learn something important. You learn that you are still here. You learn that you can survive hard days. You learn that you can face long nights. You learn that you can carry yourself. This builds mental strength. Mental strength is not loud. It is quiet. It is calm. It is deep. It grows when no one is watching. When you are alone, you stop acting. You stop trying to impress. You stop explaining yourself. You begin to live honestly. Honesty with yourself is power. You ask real questions. What do I want? What matters to me? What kind of life do I want to build? These questions are scary, but they are important. Most people never ask them. They follow the crowd. They follow habits. They follow expectations. You cannot do that anymore. Being alone breaks old patterns. Old conversations fade. Old habits lose meaning. Old goals feel empty. This is not loss. This is growth.
Growth feels lonely at first. When you grow, you change. When you change, some people leave. Not because you were bad, not because you failed, but because you no longer fit. This hurts, but it is necessary. If everyone stayed, you would never become who you are meant to be. Being alone creates space for a new version of you, a stronger version, a calmer version, a clearer version. Mental strength is built in this space. When you have no one to talk to, you learn to listen to yourself. When you have no one to save you, you learn to save yourself. When no one believes in you, you learn to believe in yourself. This belief is powerful. It does not depend on praise. It does not depend on likes. It does not depend on attention. It comes from inside. This is why being alone makes you mentally unstoppable. Your strength is no longer fragile. It cannot be taken away. If people leave, you remain. If plans fail, you adapt. If life changes, you adjust. This is mental power. Most people panic in silence. You grow in it. At first, you may feel lost. You may feel behind. You may feel forgotten. But you are not behind. You are being prepared. Life is removing noise. Life is removing distraction. Life is removing weak connections so you can hear your true voice. That voice is quiet at first, but it becomes stronger each day. It tells you to keep going. It tells you to improve. It tells you to build. You begin to trust yourself. Trust is the foundation of confidence. When you trust yourself, you do not fear the future. You do not fear being alone. You know you will find a way. This is the mindset of unstoppable people. They are not fearless. They are not perfect. They are prepared. Preparation happens in solitude. While others are distracted, you are sharpening your mind. While others seek comfort, you build discipline. While others run from silence, you sit with it. And in that silence, you become strong. You begin to understand pain, not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Pain shows you what matters. Pain shows you where to grow. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what is this teaching me? This shift changes everything. Being alone is no longer a punishment. It becomes a training ground. Every quiet day trains patience. Every lonely night trains resilience. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when no one sees you. This is rare. This is powerful. People who build strength alone do not break easily later. They have already faced themselves. They have already faced doubt. They have already faced fear. And they survived. This gives them calm confidence. Not loud confidence. Not fake confidence. Real confidence. Confidence that says, I can handle whatever comes. This is why being alone changes you. It strips you down. Then it builds you up. Slowly, quietly, strongly. You may not see results yet, but something is growing inside you. Something steady, something deep. Mental strength does not rush. It matures. Like roots underground, it grows where no one looks. And one day, it shows. In your calm, in your focus, in your decisions. People will feel it. They will wonder how you became so strong. They will not see the lonely nights. They will not see the silent mornings. But you will know. You will know that being alone did not break you. It built you. Part 2. How solitude builds real confidence and sharp focus. When you are alone, something changes inside you. Not fast, not loud, but deep. At first, you feel uncomfortable. You feel unsure. You feel empty. But slowly, you begin to notice a shift. You stop waiting for messages. You stop checking your phone every minute. You stop hoping someone will save you. This is the moment confidence begins. Most people think confidence comes from others, from praise, from attention, from approval. But that confidence is weak. It breaks easily. When people leave, confidence leaves with them. Real confidence is different. It grows when you stand alone. When no one claps for you, when no one encourages you, when no one notices your effort, and you still continue. This is real confidence. When you are alone, you learn to rely on yourself. You make decisions alone. You face results alone. At first, this feels scary. You doubt yourself. You fear mistakes. But mistakes teach you. Each mistake makes you wiser. Each mistake makes you stronger. You learn to trust your judgment. You learn to listen to your inner voice. That voice becomes clear in silence. When there is no noise, no opinions, no pressure, you can hear yourself think. You begin to understand what you like, what you dislike, what drains you, What gives you energy? This self-knowledge builds confidence. You stop copying others. You stop comparing yourself. You stop chasing trends. You choose your own path. Confidence grows when your actions match your values. When you live honestly, you feel strong inside. You no longer need to explain yourself. You no longer need to prove anything. You know who you are becoming. This calm confidence is powerful. It does not shout. It does not rush. It does not compete. It stays steady.
Now let us talk about focus. Focus is rare today. Most people are distracted. Phones, social media, noise, drama. Distraction steals energy. When you are alone, distractions fade. You have fewer messages, fewer plans, fewer interruptions. This creates space. Space for focus. At first, the quiet feels strange, but soon your mind becomes sharp. You begin to see clearly. You see how much time you wasted before. You see what truly matters. Your goals become clear. You stop chasing everything. You start choosing one thing. Focus grows when choices are simple. Being alone simplifies life. You wake up, you follow your routine, you work on yourself. Day by day. You no longer live for weekends. You no longer wait for events. Your growth becomes your purpose. This focus changes everything. You learn faster. You work better. You improve daily. Small actions add up. 10 minutes of learning, 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of reflection. These moments build discipline. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and results. When no one pushes you, you learn to push yourself. This is rare strength. Most people need motivation from others. You build it inside. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Solitude teaches discipline. You wake up even when you feel tired. You work even when you feel bored. You continue even when progress is slow. This builds unstoppable momentum. Momentum is quiet power. You do not feel it at first, but one day you realize how far you have come. Focus also protects your mind. Less noise means less comparison. Less comparison means less anxiety. You stop measuring your life against others. You move at your own pace. This brings peace. Peace allows deep work. Deep work creates real results. Now your days feel meaningful. You are not busy, you are intentional. Intentional living builds confidence. You feel proud of small wins. You respect your effort. Self-respect grows when you keep promises to yourself. You say you will work, and you work. You say you will improve, and you improve. This builds trust with yourself. Trust creates confidence. Confidence creates courage. Courage helps you take risks. You try new things. You learn new skills. You step out of comfort slowly. You no longer fear failure. Failure becomes feedback. This mindset makes you unstoppable. While others wait for perfect conditions, you start with what you have. While others need approval, you trust your process. Focus also sharpens your mind. You think deeper. You reflect more.
You ask better questions. What kind of person do I want to be? What habits do I need? What must I let go? These questions guide your life. You become intentional with people, too. You stop wasting energy on shallow connections. You protect your peace. Peace fuels focus. Focus fuels growth. Growth fuels confidence. This cycle is powerful. Being alone allows this cycle to exist. Crowds often break it. Noise often breaks it. Distraction often breaks it. Solitude protects it. When you are alone, you are not pulled in many directions. You walk straight. This straight path leads to progress. Progress builds belief. Belief builds courage. Courage builds action. Action builds results. Results build confidence. This is how solitude transforms you. You begin to respect your time. You stop wasting hours. You become aware of energy. You choose what to consume, what to watch, what to read. This awareness sharpens your focus even more. Your mind becomes cleaner. You feel lighter. You feel present. Presence is power. When you are present, you perform better, you think better, you feel better. Solitude trains presence. It teaches you to be with yourself. No escape, no distraction, just you. This is not easy, but it is valuable. Most people avoid themselves. You face yourself. This builds inner courage. Courage is not loud, it is calm action. You continue even when afraid. Fear does not control you anymore. You understand fear. You see it, you accept it, you move anyway. This is mental strength. Confidence and focus grow together. They feed each other. As focus grows, confidence grows. As confidence grows, focus deepens. This is why being alone makes you mentally unstoppable. You are building strength where others avoid looking. Quiet strength lasts. Loud confidence fades. Your power becomes stable. Nothing shakes you easily now. Opinions lose control. Judgment loses power. You walk your path calmly. You do not rush. You do not panic. You trust the process. This trust is earned. Earned through solitude. Earned through discipline. Earned through focus. You are no longer dependent. You are grounded. This is unstoppable energy. Not fast, not flashy, but real. Part 3. How loneliness turns into purpose and a strong future. Loneliness does not last forever, but what it builds inside you does. When you stay alone for a long time, something important happens. You stop asking for rescue. You stop waiting for life to change. You become the one who changes. This is where purpose is born. Purpose does not appear in noise. It appears in quiet moments.
When days are simple, when nights are silent, when no one is watching, you begin to ask deeper questions. Why am I here? What kind of life do I want? What do I want to give to the world? These questions feel heavy, but they are powerful. Most people avoid them. You face them. Facing them shapes your future. At first, you may feel lost. No clear direction. No big answers. That is normal. Purpose grows slowly. Like a seed underground, it needs time. It needs patience. Loneliness gives you that time. Without pressure, without comparison, without noise. You begin to notice patterns. You notice what excites you. You notice what drains you. You notice what makes time disappear. These signs guide you. Purpose is not found, it is built. Built through action, built through effort, built through reflection. When you are alone, you reflect more. Reflection sharpens direction. You stop living on autopilot. You start living intentionally. Intentional living gives meaning to small actions. A walk becomes thinking time. A book becomes a teacher. A quiet morning becomes preparation. Nothing feels wasted anymore. Loneliness turns into focus. Focus turns into growth. Growth turns into direction. Direction turns into purpose. Now your life has weight. Even simple days feel important. You know why you wake up. You know what you are building. This gives strength. Strength that does not depend on mood. Even on hard days, you continue, because purpose pulls you forward. People without purpose feel lost in crowds. People with purpose feel calm alone. You are learning to walk with purpose. This changes your future deeply. Your decisions become clearer. You say no more often. You protect your energy. You stop chasing people. You stop chasing attention. You invest in yourself. Investment grows over time. Skills improve. Habits strengthen. Confidence deepens. You become reliable. Reliable to yourself. This reliability builds self-respect. Self-respect changes how others treat you. You no longer accept disrespect. You no longer accept empty connections. You choose carefully. Loneliness teaches selection. When new people appear, you do not rush. You observe. You feel. You listen. You choose quality. This protects your future. Your circle becomes smaller but stronger. Strong connections support growth. Now your loneliness has done its job. It trained you. It shaped you. It strengthened you. You are not desperate anymore. You are whole. This wholeness attracts the right people. Not loud people, not draining people, but calm people, honest people, growth-minded people. They recognize your energy because you earned it. You did the inner work.
Now let us talk about the future. Your future will not be perfect, but it will be stable. You will face challenges, but you will not collapse, because you already faced silence. You already faced emptiness. Life becomes easier after that. Not because problems disappear, but because you are stronger. You know how to sit with discomfort. You know how to think clearly. You know how to move forward alone. This is powerful. Many people fear being alone again. You do not. You know you can handle it. This freedom changes everything. You take risks. You try new paths. Fear loses control. You trust yourself. Trust brings calm. Calm brings clarity. Clarity brings wise action. Wise action builds success. Success does not always mean money. It means alignment. Alignment between your values and your life. This alignment creates peace. Peace creates strength. Strength creates impact. Now your presence feels different. You speak less, but your words matter more. You move calmly, but with direction. People feel your stability. They feel safe around you. This is the gift of loneliness. It makes you deep. Depth is rare. Depth builds real confidence. Confidence built from experience. Experience built in silence. You do not need to prove anything now. You know your worth. You earned it. One day you will look back. You will remember the quiet days, the lonely nights, the slow progress. You will understand. Life was not empty. It was preparing you, preparing your mind, preparing your heart, preparing your future. You will feel gratitude, not for the pain, but for the growth. You will realize something important. Being alone did not stop your life. It started it. It taught you discipline. It taught you patience. It taught you self-belief. These lessons stay forever. People may come and go. Your strength remains. Your focus remains. Your purpose remains. This is why being alone makes you mentally unstoppable. Not because you enjoy loneliness,
but because you learned from it. You used it. You did not run. You stayed. You grew. And now you are ready. Ready for better days. Ready for better people. Ready for a stronger life. Your journey is not late. Your pace is not wrong. You are exactly where you need to be. Keep walking. Keep building. Keep believing. The quiet path creates strong people. And you are becoming one of them.
If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake-up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.